Hello, everyone, and welcome to Our Lady in the Moonlight series. Today, we're going to be playing as Lord Hubert, the Unshattered Steel Hopkins. Um, Kind of a little background in our family. We have risen to the top lord in our realm. Our liege used to actually be House Goodbrook here. Um, it was Lord Lyman Goodbrook of Lake Haven. But we pretty much took them over in battle and pretty much have just been expanding ever since at a very, very rapid pace. So we are a callous, diligent, ambitious, and also a brave man. We're also a really good commander. I have two daughters currently. I'm currently seeing to their education. I have some plans for them in the future. Um, So we have a pretty decent military. Like I said, my father, Lord Connor the Proud Hopkins, um, he was an ambitious man as well. He was gregarious. He was authoritative. He was not a good man by any means. He was a murderer, and he was also excommunicated. But through his sheer dread, he kind of carved out this lordship here, and we have pretty much cemented ourselves as a formidable force in the Riverlands here. We also have some pretty grand schemes going on in the background. So my granddaughter, uh, my daughter, my firstborn daughter, she was murdered by her betrothed, and she ended up having one granddaughter, and like I said, her name is Bella Hopkins. She's 14 years old. She is humble, shy, and forgiving, and she's also albino, which I think is really cool. She actually is the most important person in our family at the moment, because currently she is actually betrothed matrilineally to Lord Rickon Stark of the North. Long story short, the Starks were actually wiped out, most of them. We've secured the North essentially, and that is going to be a really, really big power boost that we have going on, just cooking in the oven. We just have to make sure that you know, everything goes smoothly up here. Nobody is, planning on doing anything crazy. He is wrathful, impatient, shy, and zealous. And I don't know. I think that may be an issue in the future. However, we are going to start swaying him as much as we can, because we want everything to just go smoothly. So we're just going here and filling out um our council. I currently have Darwin Holham of House Holham as my hand. I also need to get a spy master. I'm not gonna put my rival on there. I am probably going to choose probably Lord Joserin Redfield. He seems like he would be a good pick for that. And our council is pretty good. I am going to continue to have my Septon fabricate me some claims. I think we're gonna go for dairy here. Hopefully we can get a claim on the Trident's Mouth. I would definitely like to fill out my land some more. But yeah, so that's essentially what's happening. we have some lordships. We're basically playing the Game of Thrones, and we're also building up Harrenhal at the moment. We currently have 2 upgrades when it comes to that, so we got that cooking. We got a stewardship perk here. Gonna continue to go down the architect tree. And also, we are making decent money as well. We're definitely just gonna continue to build up our buildings and expand when possible. So we have some prisoners here. I will definitely ransom you. Take your gold. An unusual pursuit. I am wandering through the courtyard when I spot a couple of children play fighting with wooden swords. One of them deftly disarms the other, and with a start I recognize her. It is my daughter, Andrea. She must have already seen me because she immediately bolts over. Did you see that? I won. I'm going to be a warrior when I grow up, like Visenya and Nymeria. Okay. Yeah, I have, well, that's not my daughter. This is right here. Oh yeah, so she has pretty good martial. I think I would like to develop that a little bit. Let's see. We could teach her ourselves. We do have good martial. I think that would be. I think we're gonna go ahead and teach her ourselves. We do have some factions. Most of our vassals are in our loyalist faction, so that is good to see there. So we do have Lord Mathis, my rival. He is in a faction to install him on one of my duchy titles. So we do need to watch that. Nice. So we just got men-at-arms, so we can make our army a little bit bigger. I think that is, we have a pretty good amount of gold. I think I am gonna spend some of that getting my army a little bit stronger. I think we're gonna invest in some armored horsemen. They do decent damage. And I think we'll bump that up to, well, we'll just max those out. Oh, so we got a nice pop-up here with Glee. I took Bella out playing with a bow, and to my surprise, she ran into a wounded doe. When she showed me the animal, its wounds were evidence of a slow and torturous death. Bella just smiled. We have the option to make her ambitious. So then show me that you could have felled an animal yourself. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna take ambitious. Yeah. So she is starting to look like a pretty interesting character. I gotta tell you, when I started this, I didn't expect to be playing as a female. However, there are a lot of ups to actually doing that. We can do a lot of seduce schemes, which is gonna play out nicely. And also, I kind of went our sigil here. I really am enjoying it. I sat down for quite a while because I wanted to make something. I wanted to do something that was unique, and I kind of found this little template here, and I really think that this like fits with the lore, and I think it fits with like the story that we got going on really, really well. And then funny enough, like I said, I did not expect to be playing as her, but I don't know. To me, it's almost like she is the woman on our sigil, because you know she's got the golden hair with the albino going on. So I think that's really really cool. So essentially, what happened, to my understanding, was there was a plague that it's kind of an outbreak down here in Riverrun, and it absolutely decimated the Tully family, literally leaving Catelyn as the only surviving heir to the Tully kingdom. And so, you know, for a while, if we look at title history here, like I said, for a while, Catelyn Tully actually served as Lord Paramount of the Riverlands. However, her heir was Robb Stark. Same thing with Ned Stark. So essentially, the Starks just inherited the Riverlands and the North. And then when Robb took over, Catelyn Tully actually declared war on her son for her claim on the North, which I thought was very very interesting because he was her heir anyway. That's besides the point. At some point, like I said, Robb died, and then now it fell to the current Lord, Lord Paramount Andron Stark, and he is my new liege lord. Now, kind of the interesting situation is he is of the old gods faith. A lot of our vassals are the faith of the seven. So, like I said, there are a lot of vassals that, well, I guess he's not, you know, I guess he's not like hated or anything. So most of the vassals actually like him as a liege. But nonetheless, Starks currently sit on the Riverrun throne and the North throne. But we actually have secured the North for ourselves, so we just have to wait and see how that plays out. But I think it is going to be very, very interesting. So our Septon is coming up on 57 days for us to see if we can get a claim. Let's see what we come up with. So we can get a claim on the Lordship of Derry. I'm going to say no on that. I would like the duchy instead. A word of advice. I saunter between the market stalls of Harrenhal, a heavy pouch tugging at my belt. How do I make this coin work for me? As I admired the wares of my local sculptor, Faith of the Seven imagery, a sound investment, my steward, Lord Sander, suddenly appears at my side. A word of advice, my liege. Have a look at the mason's workshop over there. Their wares might be simple, but their potential is great. Okay, so we can get holding taxes plus 10% plus monthly piety. Or we can get holding taxes 20% plus building construction time. I think we'll go with the mason's workshop. I think, oh, so we failed it anyway. Never mind. Also, quick to mention, I am married to Lady Sinya Brax of Moonshire. She is a Brax, and they are lordship over here in the Westerlands. They have helped us a tremendous amount in our wars, and we have had a really, really good relationship with them. So very, very strong allies to our west here. Okay, So, education at an end. My ward Bella has come of age, and it is time she left my care. So she got the charismatic negotiator, which is nice. I can see her doing some diplomacy slash like martial play, which is gonna be pretty nice. And yeah, so currently she is still in my court. Okay, so they can marry. I am gonna go with the grand wedding proposal with this. I do want to increase my opinion with Lord Rickon here. I definitely want this to be a harmonious alliance that we have. Go ahead and extend that. And he has accepted. So we can immediately start planning this. I don't know. I don't know if we want to hold the wedding in Harrenhal because Harrenhal is, you know, apparently cursed. So I definitely don't want to have it there. I think what we'll do, I think we'll hold it in Rushdown. This was our original holding, basically what we started with in the beginning, so it's definitely fitting that we have it there. And we'll do a diplomacy scheme or intent. Ideally, we would want to do it with him, but it doesn't look like he is a choice. So... we could do a murder intent against him. Now, hang on a minute. Now, hear me out. Nah, because I think it would be too early because they don't have any kids. No, that's not going to work. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind on that. I thought we had a play going on, but I thought about that one, and that would not end in a favorable way. I think what we'll do a diplomacy anyway, and we'll try to do it against one of my vassals here. Or no, maybe we'll do it against this guy, Lord Hilbert Bracken. Yeah, let's do some diplomacy with the Brackens. And of course, we'll try and do it as the most expensive one. However, we are missing some gold here. We'll go ahead and do it anyway. We'll be out of debt in no time. So yeah, we're doing this wedding. It is a grand wedding fitting of House Hopkins' future. This wedding is basically going to allow us to establish a dynasty that is going to last for the next 200 to 300 years. So definitely want to get this off. So we can get the gardener trait. And we didn't get it, so that's fine there. My other granddaughter. I definitely want to have her become ambitious as well. The spouses Bella and Lord Rickon are both here, looking radiant and in their best attire. At my signal, everyone will get into position and the ceremony will begin. I'm glad that my servants... okay. I'm glad I told my servants early to keep an eye out for Lord Hilbert's arrival, because in the midst of the wedding preparations, I would have missed it otherwise. Instead, I'm proudly standing in the middle of the courtyard wearing the fanciest clothes and surrounded by a guard of honor when Hilbert makes his entrance. I am extremely pleased to welcome you, Lord Hilbert. I am certain you will find my hospitality most agreeable and be impressed by all the wonders my realm has to offer. So we can get a quick 5 opinion with him there. I am enjoying the ceremony, proud of what I managed to organize. Everything has gone well so far, and as soon as I think of it... okay. I am enjoying the ceremony, proud of what I managed to organize. Everything has gone well so far. As soon as I think it, I know I've jinxed it. Bella freezes in confusion, having clearly forgotten what the next step of the ceremony is. I can feel Lord Hilbert's eyes piercing from the crowd, urging me to intervene. So we have a 22% chance, so we got it, so that's good there. Everyone is excited and amazed by the magnificence of the wedding venue. Everyone but Robert. Who is this guy? Oh, my half-brother. Yeah, so we're married into House Goodbrook. They are our former liege lords that we kind of conquered them and took over their land, but yeah, they're kind of like I guess they have, like, you know, it's bad blood between these two families, even though, you know, we're all a part of the same, we're all related, but, you know, House Goodbrook, we have never had good terms with them. So we can go ahead and we could kick him out. I'll just pretend I didn't hear anything. It's a joyous event. I'm not gonna let him spoil my fun. Yeah, we're gonna deny that claim on that county again. As the ceremony runs its course, I finally managed to place myself by Lord Hilbert and to engage him in some small talk, which rapidly moves into more interesting field politics. We share some casual remarks until I lead him exactly where I wanted him. Sadly, we've had some bad harvests that set our growth back recently. We can try to do it. Yes, we lost some opinion with him. I don't know. It's probably because my guy has 0 diplomacy. Yeah, I don't know. Hubert is not the negotiate type. He's just more of give me your shit. Give me your shit type. So we can go ahead and continue on with the wedding. They finally said it. The words, I do. With all the formalities behind us, it's now time to celebrate. I signal for the servants to bring out the food and drinks, and to shepherd the guests to the feast venue. Let the wedding banquet begin. As the wedding host, I know I should be spending time with the couple and their families, but I just can't tear myself away from my friend Lord Quentin. I can see Lord Rickon starting to glare at me, but every time I try to excuse myself, Quentin has me howling with laughter all over again. Let's see. I'll just say I must excuse myself. So we're gonna take some stress here. I think we'll go with high standards of courtesy. And then we'll gain the trait athletic, which is nice. Shut up. After observing Lord Hilbert from afar, I quickly come to the conclusion that I cannot just approach him and start talking about the weather or the latest medical treaties or war and pray that that becomes an alliance. Okay. I guess we'll approach her. Okay, with my newly acquired knowledge, I artfully approach Lord Hilbalt, who's enjoying the feast and some others' company at a different table, where a rich cloth is laid. May we have a small word, Lord? I ask. I wouldn't want to interrupt your parliament. Lord Hilbalt raises his eyebrows, a hint of curiosity in his eyes. Well, of course, what matters bring you to me, noble Hubert? So I could say, do you want to sneak out and find some fine guests? So did you hear about a treaty? Baron's campaign, what a siege that was. So he's an astute intellectual. He's just, diligent, zealous, and gluttonous. So I think we'll try this one. Yeah, because he likes to eat. So, yeah, we got the alliance. So, nice. So we ended up getting an alliance with the Brackens. That's going to be very useful. We shall put that alliance to good use. With the newlyweds retired for the evening, the braziers are lit, the flagons filled, and the musicians rallied for festivity. With the newlyweds retired for the evening, the braziers are lit, the flagons filled, and the musicians rallied for festivities long into the night. Hours later, I find myself looking hazily down my goblet at Liana, mother of the groom, who has just almost choked on her mead and mirth. She slurs, you know, I wasn't sure about your Hopkins sort, but you're all right. Okay. We'll have a drink with you. Why not? Alright, so with that, it's all over. When finally the last guest leaves, I look around at the deserted venue, the food leftovers, the spilled tea on the floor, the echoes of people's laughter still lingering in the air, and feel satisfied. What an amazing day. I did a very fine job organizing it. Nice. So that is done. She is currently traveling to Winterfell at the moment. We can pick up another stewardship perk here. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.